Welcome back to the Cinema Crew's Point of View, and I'm here with the Comic Cinema Crew today to talk about the newest show from Marvel and Disney Plus, She-Hulk. We're here to talk about episode 1, the season premiere, and of course, I'm back with the regular members of the crew. What's going on, Dave?
What up, man? Good to be back. It's been a long layoff, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been on here. And of course, my man, my mainstay, Mr. E Money.
You know it.
What's going on, guys? So, guys, let me holler at Dave, man. Just overall, how'd you like the show so far, man?
Extremely surprised and pleased, yo. Yes, they started out great for me. My girl didn't like it. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't like it for some reason. I thought she was gonna love it, but yeah, I ended up loving it, man. It was very good, and I like the way they started off with the origin story. Get the origin story right out the way, so now we can just get on to actual action. We ain't gotta sit here and do 5 episodes trying to figure out an origin. So
yeah, initially, I read the director. It was that was supposed to be episode 8, the origin story, but then they decided to just put it in the first episode.
Yeah, good idea.
They were gonna show her being the She-Hulk like for 7 episodes, and then show you how it happened. Like I think that's weird. But,
yeah, no, that's very weird.
But E, how you feel about the so far, man?
Well, I'm glad whoever was in charge is in charge because it was a great episode. I loved every bit of it, man. Every bit of it. I actually like her. I like her as She-Hulk. My girl enjoyed it. Like hands down, the kids enjoyed it. Like for real. It's crazy.
I'm surprised your girl didn't enjoy it, Dave.
You know why? It might have been my fault. I made a joke, yo, because we're gonna get to that part, but we're gonna spoil it anyway. So the part where she crashed, she was like, my girl asked, really, she was like, how come she ain't just brake? And I was like, women drivers. And I think from there, she was like, fuck you, I'm gonna hate this show. I hate everything. So man.
I mean, I don't think
he like froze.
Yeah. I don't think a person seeing a spaceship would just break though. I'd swerve too, I think, trying to get away from that shit.
I'm a man driver. I would have ran that motherfucker there. Crash that ship and then loot the body. Like, we got this necklace. I'm gonna take this ring, take them sneakers off, motherfucker.
See, I'm thinking technology like that compared to my car.
Yo, I had to do a double take because it looked like the ship that they actually stole, the Commodore.
Yeah, it did, but
I had to go back. It's a different color. Yeah, it's a different color.
Different color. Yeah.
All right, can y'all see me? Am I good now?
I know you good. Yeah, you good.
Right, you good. All right, so I personally loved the episode too. I thought it was a great intro, as I said on our chat earlier. I thought it was a great way to bring her out. Let me answer Josh. Where's the Hawks fanboy Tony Stark? Well, we don't have what'd you say, Dave?
I thought Tony Stark was
here. Right, we don't have nobody beating off on camera, so I don't think he's interested.
And I thought Tony Stark was dead anyway, so let's keep it pushing.
I know everyone was throwing the innovative original.
Getting better, man. Where Josh been at? Josh watching too much DC to be like Marvel.
I wish they gave some care and attention. I agree with Josh on this one. Actually, so,
yeah, I'll agree here too. I wish they gave this kind of attention to Miss Marvel, but it's whatever.
Mikey K was stuck in his whole stomach. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so the episode starts actually in the law office initially, and you see her talking to her colleagues, and we start to see some of the people who are going to be in the show. Her friend and the one lawyer who's not really for her,
Dennis Bukowski.
Like yeah. And at the moment where at that point she's already She-Hulk. We talked about before. And then at the moment when she's going to leave the office, she does it already. She breaks the fourth wall and lets us know it's a lawyer show, but she's gonna let us know how she became a Hulk at that point. So when that happened, let me holler at E first. How you felt about that?
Oh, I loved it. I like when she breaks the fourth wall. She was the first one to do it, so initially it should be her in the first place. What?
Second one. Deadpool did it.
Nah, she did it before Deadpool. Then Deadpool did it.
I'm talking about in the movies. Deadpool was the first one. Deadpool movie came out years ago.
Yeah.
In the comics, you're right. In the comics, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, Dave, how you felt about it?
It was a great way to start it. She kind of confused me at first, and I was actually confused until I watched it again. But I was confused if she started talking about this person had power and this and that, because I'm thinking she's prosecuting somebody with power. So I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see if she's prosecuted. And then it just turns out she's talking about power, like, influence power, money power, the regular kind of power and shit. So I'm like, when I saw it again, I'm like, because I try to recognize the guy at the table. I'm like, listen. But
Right.
but nah, I thought it was a great start, good lead in up to that point. And then when she broke the fourth wall, I'm like, it wasn't that egregious this time. Like I told you, I'm not a fan of that.
You're not?
No, I'm not a fan of breaking the fourth wall. Not
Oh,
on
wow.
TV shows. In the comics, it doesn't matter. But when it's Deadpool, it doesn't matter because Deadpool is insane. So of course he would think that he's a superhero and has people watching him and all this. But for a regular character in the real MCU to do it, it's weird. Yo. It's like very weird. Like I wonder how other Avengers are gonna react to that when she starts teaming up.
Well, we just saw the Hulk kind of look at her when she did it.
Yeah, but they didn't. He didn't say anything. He didn't say nothing like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" Like, you know what I mean? He didn't address it. He just looked at her, and she looked at us, and that was it.
Right.
It's whatever. But it's whatever. It wasn't so egregious this episode, so I'll let it slide.
Well, she does the whole series, so they should be
I
prepared
know, but I want to see how bad it gets.
Okay. All
right. Yeah, I want to see how bad it gets. Hopefully, it doesn't get any worse than this, and then we move on.
I always love breaking the fourth wall, even going back to like when Zach Morris did it the same about
the
fourth wall. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, showing my age here a little bit, but he'd be like
Zach. He went back to Zach Morris and shit. Damn.
I'm saying he did do it, bro.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot. Yeah.
Anyway, so after that, though, we do start seeing the backstory. A few months before, apparently, she was driving with her cousin Bruce, and they're having this conversation about Captain America's virginity, and which was a good callback and Easter egg. And then, as you guys alluded to earlier, we do see a Sakaran spaceship pop up, and we see the crash. And his blood get into hers, and she initially transforms. So it's a very, very quick origin story. But talk to me about Dave about the conversation between her and Bruce, the spaceship, and the crash. How you felt about all that?
So the conversation between her and Bruce, that was whatever, it was just conjecture. It was giving them something to talk about in the car. Then the Sakaran spaceship, that's when I was like, "Woo, right away, we're about to get some superpower villains." Like, by the way, I think Scar is coming. Scar or Hero Kala, one of the two is coming.
I think it might be Scar.
It might be Scar. Yeah, it might be Scar. I don't know, man, because Scar wasn't that technically inclined to be able to fly a spaceship, but Hero Kala is the smart version of it. Anyway, I kind of thought it was one of them. I was super to see the Sakaran spaceship. It was like a throwback to that regular, like, oh yeah, and then the crash. We're talking about like up until she got the powers, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so then Captain Convenience makes his fucking. This is the only thing I had to follow. It's the only thing this episode got dinged on. Captain Convenience comes and makes it so that Bruce Banner's blood just happens to drip and land on her arm and run right in, a la the old Incredible Hulk movie. Remember when they trying to form the leader? Yeah. So it kind of happened almost the same exact way. Like, oh yeah, my cut is in the exact line of your cut. So that's whatever. But I thought it was a pretty quick way. You know what? I didn't want to see a whole episode of her just getting powers and then hulking out at the end. So I'm glad they made that so quick and got it out of the way early. So I was pleased with that. Like I said, the conversation with Captain America was just, to me, it was just something to fill time.
Hey, how you felt about all that same part?
I loved it actually because it did reminisce to, like you said, the leader. So the moment I remember the leader getting his powers in his head, mutating from that, and the blood got on him, I'm like, okay, yeah. So his blood's been like that. That's why he was so worried about his blood in the first place. So that, to me, that's canon. So I love the story so far going to that. I even like how she hulked out in the reflection.
That was dope.
And hauled ass like a werewolf, kind of like a monster. Like I thought that was fire too. I enjoyed it, man. I liked how he hulked out too. For real, I liked how they started showing him hulk out when he was twisting. That shit looked like almost hard. It was almost hard.
Yo, it looked kind of like the when the Hulk was sent to the Hulk in the old TV show, the way he was talking.
Yeah, yep.
With the eyes.
Yo, did any of you guys go back and watch the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi? to see if he had the wrist device on. He did actually?
He
had it
did,
on.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
did. I immediately right after the episode, I went back. I was like, "That's cap." I want to see if they had it all been there, and they
Yeah.
did. I was like, "Damn, dude, they planned it out well." Damn.
Yeah, so this takes place after Shang-Chi, apparently. So, which is is a good plan on that part. They're good, yo.
Yeah, they're
in
good,
detail.
man.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes they always have that Spider-Man one that screwed everything up with the 8 years later. That was the major.
That's because that's
Yeah.
Sony though. That's Sony got hands in that. So of
Yeah,
course.
that's a good point.
Thank you, E. Thank you, E. Sony got hands in
But
that.
Sony might keep track of Marvel canon though. That's not their job. I ain't watching
Right.
other fucking movies. But
Maybe if they did, they found out how to make a good one.
Yeah.
They do whatever.
Yeah.
Every time you sit around watching all them goddamn movies, like nah.
Well said, bro. Well said.
Yeah, and that's what you do, Dave. Watch all the movies over and over again. But anyway,
rewatchability is a thing, bro. Just let it be known. If a movie's great, it gets rewatched, yeah. So
okay. So yeah, I thought it was a good scene too. I like the conversation because I always like calling back to anything from the MCU. So I can talk about Cap.
Right.
The spaceship I thought was dope. I agree with you about with your girl. She should have just broke instead of fucking swerving and shit. That was dumb.
yeah.
But as far as the crash is concerned, I thought it was just it was just too quick for me on that part. As far as her the crash to blood now I'm Hawk. I felt like you could have spent a little more time. It ain't got to be a whole episode, but it just feels like it's so very, very fast. Now,
well, that's because remember that's his cousin, so I guess her genes made it where it was very fast.
I think they could have used the initial story, but without the mafia fault, right? Just had the crash, but she still needed a transfusion, and he still gave her the transfusion. They still could have used that story with the crash. I felt like the dripping of blood. I'm with Dave. The dripping is very convenient, actually, in the exact same location. But besides that, it was cool though at that particular point. So after that, we see that she does run away, like you said, like a werewolf, and then she gets to this bar. These girls help her out, give her some outfits, and then she transforms.
Dress up like a hoe.
Dress up like a hoe, like they are. The thought posse, I guess, and help her out. and then these dudes try to I guess holler at her or whatever like that very aggressively, and she transforms again at that point. So you talk to me up to that point, Dave. I hate to fuck about the whole bar scene, I guess.
That was pretty good. That was again a quick progression of events. One thing I liked about the entire show is how it kept moving the story. They didn't stop and get bogged on one section or one thing. So it just kept moving. So yeah, this is a true progression of events. We got to see her Hulk out, run away, wake up like Bruce Banner wakes up in weird spots, and then go get help or whatever, and then Hulk out again. Like, so this was a great scene. The bathroom scene was funny. Like, literally, they dressed her up like a hoe, bro. Like, she had the fucking fur on, the high pumps, the shiny high pumps. But yeah, and then I would have liked to see her beat the shit out of a couple of them dudes. Like, at least to show her strength, pick one up or something, yo. But all she did was scream. And then next thing you know, he coming, I don't know what the fuck he did to her. Like, here's the thing, right? My girl was like, when they were fighting, they were like, oh, they're equals. And like, she's stronger and shit. But obviously, Bruce beat her ass and knocked her the fuck out and make her wake up in Mexico. Like, he beat her ass so much, she stayed unconscious until she woke up in another country. So, props to Bruce for that, because Hulk is Hulk, baby. So yeah, I loved it though.
And Josh says that was the Me Too scene that wasn't coming right there. That was for you, Dave, I think. But
the one that Josh ain't here. He's like, oh, this is a female literature. I'll be back when they have He Hulk. white He Hulk.
How you feel about the bar scene? Let's talk about what's called that.
I thought the bar scene was funny. It was funny because when my girl was watching it and all the girls was in the bathroom, she was like, maybe one person would have helped, but not all of them. You know what I mean? Not all the people. But it was just funny she pointed that out.
Interesting. Actually. All right. So yeah, like Dave said, she does wake up in Mexico at that point. She y'all good?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, and she
Morning.
opens and she don't know where the hell she at. She sees the Led Zeppelin shirt. Gets dressed, walking around. Which I see some Easter eggs for Dave. The Iron Man helmet from Ultron, Hulk's helmet.
And
Walk,
yeah, I must say, and his Hulk
Yeah,
helmet.
and his
Yeah,
Hulk helmet, the gladiator joint.
yeah. Hold on. Loved how they educated us on Hulk losing consciousness leads to transformation from back to human form. Yeah, agreed.
we do that already. We do that already though.
Yeah.
We never saw him get knocked out and wake up as the Hulk. So
yeah.
Right.
So then she goes to the basement. Then she sees Bruce, and we start getting some exposition, and he explaining to her that she is a Hulk and why she got to stay there, and that Tony built this place for him to experiment on himself, and that's where he was at after the blip to make himself into the Smart Hulk. So hearing that and learning that, Dave, how you felt about that part, bro?
That was dope. That filled in a lot of questions I had from Endgame, where he's like 18 months in the Gamma Lab. I'm like, okay, what the hell's a Gamma Lab? So now we get a first look at what a Gamma
look
Lab
at the Gamma Lab is, right.
I also like how, and this is kind of weird, right? But Banner was stuck as Banner at the end of Infinity War, right? Right.
Yeah.
So why would Tony build the desks so high? Like when Jennifer Walters is standing next to them, the table that you work on is like at her head level, bro. So I'm like, yo, Bruce Banner must have been trying to cure himself, reaching up like this. Let me put this beaker in because it's so tall, bro. Like,
he probably modified it. He probably modified it when he became Smart Hulk.
Maybe, but he would have needed the lab in order to push himself together. That's what he said. He used that lab to merge two identities. So
right,
it wouldn't have been merged until after all that work was done.
Maybe he just used a stool or something like that, or some other steps. I'm just saying,
possibly, but I don't know. You know me, I find the little details and I nitpick. So that was one of the things I was like, damn, he built that shit for a Hulk, not for a human.
Because if he turns into the Hulk, he needs like Banner told her, you need taller ceilings, bigger places, stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Right. Like I think he modified it. I honestly do.
Yeah,
I think once he became Smart Hulk, he redid the inside to fit him.
I agree with Josh. That Mexican pad is perfect for Bruce. R.I.P. Tony Stark. I agree.
Right.
But you how you felt about her? Going through the spot and then going down and talking to him, exposition about her becoming a Hulk and where he's been.
I liked it. I actually liked their back and forth, and they did seem like family the way they bicker and stuff like that. So I like the fact that her hulking out is completely different from his. Like,
well,
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, it's just different. Like nothing, everything he had to do, she doesn't have to do.
Yeah, she even a slightly different tint to green, actually. If you look at it, she like a little bit different.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
I didn't. Another Captain Convenience for me was him saying, "Your blood just fixed my arm automatically." I didn't like that either. I thought that was
Captain Convenience. He flew into the lab and bang.
I didn't like that.
Because you know what it is. You know what it is. If he said, "Oh, I'm still the better one," nobody would really care about watching She-Hulk. They'll be like, "Just give us regular Hulk." But we can't. So he has to bake her up a little bit and make her like, a little bit. Make her, I think Jim Cornette said this best, man. The old wrestling dude. I know you watch wrestling. So Jim Cornette said this in a shoot interview. He said that Frankenstein had to kick a few villagers' asses before people started getting scared of his ass. And that's what happens here. You got to have She-Hulk, be a problem for Hulk in order for people to care about her. So that's why he said that. And that's why he's like, oh, so I'm better. Like,
I think it's also because they want to use Hulk in the future. They need to have his arm fixed as well.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. They're gonna have to pay Universal like $1 billion to get Hulk, bro.
They got to pay him a lot.
they got to get him though because this World War.
The Universal deal tighter than the Sony deal for Spider-Man. Universal don't play with that shit. They like, nah, you ain't doing shit.
Right.
They one want to share shit. You ain't doing shit.
Yeah, they're so stupid.
You want that shit? Buy it.
Right.
Straight up. You big, you got it, buy it.
But they can make a Hulk show, right? They can't make a Hulk movie. It's a movie right deal. It's not.
It's a movie right deal. Yeah.
So I'll be okay with it. I'll be okay with a World War Hulk series.
Yeah.
You know what? There was so much shit happened to World War Hulk anyway. You need a series for that shit. You can't tell that story in 2 hours.
The problem with
Like,
World War Hulk is that they're told half of the story, so they kind of fucked on World War Hulk shit. Because
not really, because
Not
there's a
really.
whole
They
2 year
could they
gap.
could they
There's a
could they could
2 year
go
gap they
back.
could fill in.
Yeah, they can
That
go back
yeah,
and do Blood King. You know what I mean? They could
but they
do
he was
can't.
never,
But
he
the
was
source.
never the ruler of
But I see
Shakar.
what I see what E says. That, actually, he was the Green King.
No,
In the comics.
no.
Oh, here, yeah, in the
Right.
movies, yeah.
So what I'm saying, they already did it. He was
So,
already there, but he
yo,
never ruled it.
The main catalyst for Hulk getting pissed and coming back full of rage, they killed his wife and kids.
right.
So without that, like, what's Hulk gonna be mad about? It's hard to have World War Hulk without that. So they're gonna have to take him, bring him back, and then make all these events happen.
And the Illuminati sent them in the first place, which they don't even have in 616.
Which I don't know. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if we got it now. Because just don't say that we don't have it in the 616 yet.
Why not?
We haven't found them yet.
Mm.
All right. So here's the thing that I thought of the other day, right? And we're just going off topic a little bit here, so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a show.
In Multiverse of Madness,
Right.
she said that she didn't know who Spider-Man was, but she's been in 73 different universes.
Yeah.
And she's never met a Spider-Man in 73 different universes. Never heard of one. Why is that? Because he doesn't exist. Or she hasn't found him.
Right.
Right. So one of those two. So I'm thinking the same thing about the Illuminati. All right. Well, nobody knew the Illuminati existed until 838. But
who would it be? Tony was a part of it. He was never it.
So right now, we see Marvel's not playing.
T'Challa's dead. So who would it be? Like?
Well, T'Challa was never in it. T'Challa just hosted the first. He was never in it. He hosted the first meeting of it and then left.
Right.
He never joined it. But Marvel's not playing with a full deck now. They don't have characters.
That's the point.
but okay, let me rephrase what I'm trying to say here. They can make whoever the fuck they want in that Illuminati right now. Because they don't have the full deck. So
it gotta be respected people, man. It's like the real Illuminati. It can't be it can't be Miss Marvel and fucking Spider-Man and shit. They're not gonna believe that shit.
No. Of course none of them. But you could have someone like Eric Selvig.
Eric Selvig? Dude, you heard this?
Bro, okay, yo. So you're telling me, hold up.
Yo,
hold up.
He damn near on his deathbed.
I take that back. I take that back. But you know what? Captain America, Captain, whatever the hell her name is, Captain Carter, was just as out of place in the Illuminati as Eric Selvig would have been. Just she could throw a shield. I should help rule the world because I can throw a shield.
Bro. What's Eric's hero name? What's Eric's hero name? Father Time? Nigga old as hell.
Wasn't that the same man walking around in drawers?
Yeah, nah, I don't know if they got Illuminati, bro. I mean, they could do a variation, but it's kind of hard because especially that whole Warrior Hulk. I don't know. It's weird. They got to figure out something to do a Werewolf Hulk story if they do want to do it.
I think they are. I just think that's what I'm saying. I think they are.
You think they are going to try to do it? Like back on Sakaar, the same place he was already at?
Yeah. That's why that was a Sakarian ship. What else is Sakarian ship coming to see him for?
Always, I'm with Dave though. Why would he? Unless he's gonna leave and say, "Let me go see what they want" and shit like that.
Basically.
Okay, we can't hear you, Dave.
Yeah, I think you're on mute.
Nah, he ain't on mute. His fucking shit. Oh, there he is. His shit broke. We can't hear shit. Hey, God. We can't hear. We gotta get Dave some new shit, bro.
Right. Yo.
All right, well,
crazy.
Now he froze and can. Now he's silent. Now he gone.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yo, all right, man. We're gonna move forward. Talking about the show right now, being you.
Yo, Crisco Joe's funny.
I will hope that they might be setting it up. We'll see that later. I hope I hope they have Hawk for the whole Kang Dynasty though. So I hope they don't keep him off world.
Yeah, right. They need to keep him on board for that. He
Yeah,
should be because he's still good. That's why they healed his arm.
I will say that I'm tired of fucking Professor Hawk. Like I'm done.
You don't like him? I like Professor Hawk.
I like him, but I miss the old Hawk right now or whatever.
Y'all miss the old Hawk until you see Professor Hawk having to like really fight.
And I never if you watch the Avengers cartoon, like I think it's the best Hawk of all the Hawks, shit like that. And I wish we got that Hawk where he not Professor Hawk, but he not all like Hawk either. He like in between.
Right? Yeah,
I love that Hawk.
That's the perfect Hawk, but they don't. I guess they can't. They ain't want to copy the cartoon or something. I would have copied the cartoon. I think he should have been like that.
Like the one with him and Thor playing video games and shit. And like all that shit. Yo, that's the best Hawk. Yo, for real, right there to me.
That is.
He had like the little hat and trench coat and shit when he believed in the crib.
Yeah, but then he'd be talking normal like this one. But it'd be more manly, like it'd be more
manly. He'd be talking shit, like yo, stop playing with me, or whatever, like that. Like on some real shit. Like I remember, Falcon mom came on the cookies. He was like, "Give me cookies, motherfucker. I'm not playing." With you. This one all nice and shit. I guess that's why I don't like it. He all nice and shit. This one,
he like passive, right?
He real passive. Yeah, I like the little more like. I'm not crazy, but I will fuck you up, Hulk. Shit like that. That's some real shit.
But when he was fighting her, I was respecting him. I was liking some of the moves he was doing.
Well, to Dave's point about his girl or whatever, who's stronger, I think that, they tried to play him at first, but then he threw that rock and shit we saw. Like,
right out of that might break somebody's planet. That thing was flying.
Him then like talk about her blood and his blood, I guess is real important. So we saw him destroy it with the lasers, which is dope. Again, we got more expo about Tony and him helping him build the lab, which I thought was dope. Then we get to him telling her, it took me 15 years to master this, and it might take you that long too. And she's talking about her life, now she's a lawyer and she wants to live her life, and she wasn't feeling it. And then she says, all right, I'll stay for a little bit and see what's going on. And TJ said, no, it exploded. Talking about the rock. And then he puts her inside this machine built by Tony Stark to get the rage to come out of her. And she's, of course, afraid at first, but then she does Hawk out, like you said, once again. Destroys the machine, destroys the door, throws it at him. And then he finds out, like you said, she could just Hawk. When she Hawks out, she's still herself.
Right.
Unlike how he used to be, where he Hawked out, he was just like another person. So, how you felt about that, E?
Well, I figured it would probably be different. It's a female anyway. So they're different from us anyway. So I wasn't like, oh shit, why is she more? Why does that make her more special? To me, it didn't. It just showed that she's in her mind. She's already more stronger at that point than he is.
I think it made it stronger, but I think I like the difference of it. I would say because I do like
like her thought process.
Yeah, what Hawk, he would like puny Banner. I hate Banner. He like hate Banner and shit like that. But
damn, everybody Wi-Fi going. Shit crazy. But anyway, guys, until the hosts get their shit together, we gonna do it. She-Hulk was good. Love the movie. TJ, what was your favorite parts? I can't see the comments.
Hey.
Yep, I'm here.
I don't know what the fuck happened today. It's like a bad service station. All right. I almost feel like that Banner's trapped when we're like she's a Jennifer all day long, every day and stuff like that. And okay, guess who's Bazat? Not Banner.
Still smell the crack in my clothes. Yo, yeah, my bad, man. My laptop died, so I had to jump on my iPad. Yo.
Oh,
That's what that
all
was. I didn't even realize it was dying. Like, yo, I didn't even see the notification in the upper quarter, yo.
That
So
shit was so funny.
all good. We're just
yeah,
talking about the difference between like when he found out that when she hulks out, she's still Jennifer in there, and she doesn't go away like he does when he hulks out and Banner's gone.
so the third appearance of Captain Convenience. They didn't want
Yeah.
to go through. They didn't want to go through the whole process. I guess they haven't figured out how
No,
he
but she
managed
was
to
like
murder
that in the
them.
comments, though. Remember?
No, I know, yeah, but I guess for our purposes, they didn't want to go and try to figure out do the whole merge sequence that I guess he had to go through for 18
Yeah.
months. So they just said, we'll just get past that part, just let her have her own brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the difference there. We were talking about that, and I stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, so after that, then they kind of go outside. We talked about the whole training montage with the Rock, with the jumping, with the balance and all that stuff. Him throwing off the cliff. So she's back there.
Yo,
Talking about
that rock scene was funny as hell, bro. Yo, even my girl laughed at that shit when he tossed the rock, that she tossed it farther. I'm sitting here about to be like, this is about to get dinged a point because we know damn well the Hulk is stronger than She-Hulk. When he picked up that rock and threw that shit, I said, never mind. No point's gonna be deducted because now he showed her what's what.
right.
Like, so I would like to actually see, and I better see a callback to that rock fly through space in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie or some shit like that.
Oh,
that
that'd be fire.
That'd be funny as fuck. Like, who threw that rock? Straight up, bro.
It'd be funny if it landed on Sakaria, but what the fuck?
Yo, for real, yo. Cause a nuclear explosion. It caused his family to come back. Like, we pissed now. Like,
Yeah.
but nah, yo. That shit was hilarious, but he launched that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, woo, that showed me that real Hulk is back. And all he had to do was take Thanos and throw that motherfucker out that ship like that. And the movie would have been over. Endgame would have been ended right there after like 15 minutes. Like, so
we were talking about when we were going. I was like, yo, this Hulk is I'm tired of Smart Hulk, honestly. Like, he's cool, but he's too nice and shit like that. Like, I need a little bit of rage and shit like that. That's all.
Well, yeah, we got to see that a little bit
Yeah,
later.
that's what I was telling
you.
We got to see that.
A
little teeny bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But you know what it is, yo? You know what it is? A screaming, rampaging monster can never hold the attention of an audience, bro.
It don't gotta be that. It gotta be the one from the cartoon where he's like halfway, where he's like, not screaming raging, but he's not Smart Hulk.
Not
he still
even
walks
that,
around
not even
and talks and
you
shit.
you still have to have man, that one's goofy, bro. That's a goofy Hulk.
What? No.
Nah.
Hulk like damages. I don't want to see that shit, bro. Like, straight up, that shit is for the kids, bro. Either give me full of rage or give me at least someone who can hold an intelligent conversation, yo. I kind of like Smart Hulk. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with you that I think when a fight's on, I think he should be able to turn that rage switch on and off. Like, he should be able to go to that mode and then come back when he's needed. I like
him. We don't like the cartoon because he's more intimidating with regular every day. Like,
there's no better Hulk than in the first Avenger movie. I don't know if we could agree there.
Nah,
bro, the Ragnarok Hulk was great, was funny.
That's the Hulk I like, Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Hulk.
Ragnarok Hulk and the Hulk from the Avengers. But when you're talking just pure rage, there was no better Hulk than in that first.
If I'm going with MCU stuff only, I would agree with y'all. Those definitely were the best Hulks and whatnot. But overall, every Hulk I've ever seen, the cartoon shows, the one on the Avengers cartoon is the best Hulk.
So you like Dumb Hulk? You like Dumb Hulk? That's Dumb Hulk right there.
But he not just like dumb where he can't talk. He still fucking leave the house. He wear a hat, trench coats and shit. He go to get food.
I thought you
he come back. He play video games with Thor and shit. He do all types of shit. Whatever.
I thought he was talking about Agents of Smash Hulk. That's the Hulk I like.
Nah, I like the one from the Avengers cartoon.
Nah, I like Agents of Smash.
Avengers Assemble Hulk is the one where they all live together inside the tower, and he be fucking with Hawkeye. Hawkeye be all scared of him and shit. Like, I like that Hulk. Who's intimidating, but he also is not like just mind blowing and shit like that. Like, give him directions and shit. You know what I mean? But then this nice Hulk, he was cool for what he brought. They should have brought this Hulk out now and not in Endgame, I feel like. But Endgame, we need that rageful Hulk to fuck Thanos up, I feel like. But that's
we saw the rageful Hulk try to fuck Thanos up when he only had 2 stones. Like, we saw it on the ship.
But he had to get his get back. He never got his lick back off Thanos and shit like that. That's the problem.
That's like one of the biggest Endgame regrets ever, is that they never let Hulk like really face Thanos again as Smart Hulk, yo. Because I don't know, I think this Smart Hulk might have given Thanos some work.
We'll see. Anyway, so after that, they go back upstairs. Like I said, after the how you felt about the training part with the jumping, the all of it?
I thought it was funny. I thought when She-Hulk was going, like I thought all that was funny, man, for real. She had me I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything she did.
So as she's
You
getting upset about, or not upset, but I guess getting impatient, I would say, he lets her know there's also some benefits, and they wind up getting drunk because just like Steve Rogers, they don't metabolize alcohol, so they can drink all they want to and not actually get drunk, stuff like that. Because the the gamma is and the super serum is very very similar to each other, which is why. So they do get drunk and they talk, and he tells her that Tony helps them. Build the bar. You see Tony's prints there and stuff like that. They're talking more about her and her life as well. So this back and forth banter between the two cousins. How you felt about that part? So.
I liked how I like the part, especially when he was talking about Tony. It made you miss him. It made you think about him more, especially when he was like, Tony used to always be complaining about Steve. I thought that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
When it came down to yeah, that was basically it on that part. I'm gonna get
Dave.
go ahead.
I feel the same way as E, man. Tony has such an influence on the entire Marvel universe, not just his movies and Spider-Man, as some people would like to agree, as some people like to say. He influenced a lot of people and a lot of shit. So to have the callbacks to him kind of makes it feel like he's still there, even though he's not there. You know what I mean? It's a weird feeling, yo. But anytime somebody talks about a memory with Tony Stark in one of these movies, now I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember Tony, yo. Like they're not gonna let us forget him.
Tony was my favorite in the whole MCU. Like he definitely was. Shit like that.
Yeah.
And it took me back to Science Bros, because remember how close him and Bruce was, especially in Age of Ultron and stuff like that. And even the post credit scene in the one movie, I forget which one that was, but
Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
So took me back to show how close they were, and I guess after the blip when Tony got back from space, I guess that's when they did all this together. So I thought that was pretty, pretty dope to hear that part. And then to hear, some stuff about her as well, and him trying to tell her how to control the anger and be a Hulk and stuff like that. I thought it was a good way to give her. I thought Bruce was a good way to use him to give her all the tools she kind of needed mentally to try to beat the whole She-Hulk situation. So then we get back. Of course, we see the spandex part he tells her about. And then she wakes up, but she still got the hangover, even though she get drunk that night. So that's kind of like the downfall, of that whole situation. And then after that, she look, man, I kind of got this. I'm ready to dip. So he ain't trying to let her go. She's fighting it. She hops in his Jeep, and then she winds up, swinging him through the rocks, and we get a whole fight. But before we talk about that fight, let's talk about another She-Hulk. My girl, Chloe Diz. What's up, Chloe? We can't hear nothing. We like Dave now. We can't hear you. But anyway. Well, she'll come eventually. Look at Dave.
I'm just waiting for a mic to kick in.
I know. I want to get to the fight so she kind of kicks in a little bit.
Yeah. That fight was funny as hell.
But also back to her. But once you start talking about Tony, we see that his I have to add Josh to the screen. Oh, he just popped in. Josh is here. The Led Zeppelin shirt. Now we know where she got it from. That was Tony's, obviously, because that's all he wore. Stuff like that. What's those different type of shirts? So that's a nice little getaway they had out there. I wish I could go out, something like that, whatever. But damn, what the hell? This is issue day. Now they got audio issues. You the only one good.
We can't hear you, Claude. I don't know if you can hear us, but we can't hear you at all.
No, or Josh. We can't hear
or Josh. Yeah.
All
right.
There you go.
So Josh's, my audio is through his, so I have to figure out how to mute, so you guys don't hear too.
You're good. You're good. I hear you now.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. I only hear one of you. So
it's not
good.
two. Okay. No. Hey guys,
what's up, Chloe Diz in the building?
What up?
What up?
What's up? So, how's everyone doing?
We're good, but we hear that you love this show, so tell us about it. So tell us what you loved.
So this is bothering me. Maybe I should take this off. Okay. So it was. I'm not gonna say I loved it, but I where I think it's going. It was cool. Like I like seeing. What can I say? It was interesting. I like how she broke the fourth wall. I like how she was like talking to the camera. It was kind of cool to see her as like a female Hulk, but she still had a shape, and like it wasn't like she was some big bulky man. Yeah, but there were a lot of tropes that were exaggerated, I'd say. So that I had issues with those.
Which one? 'Cause we already deep into the reviews. Which tropes did you not like?
So the whole like I'm a strong working woman and the man's trying to hold me down, and then the whole like when she wait, did you guys get to the part where she went to the bathroom and they gave her a makeover?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, first of all,
She said,
first of all,
If
women
the-
kill me because if a man's not looking at you and not trying to talk to you, you're gonna think something's wrong with you.
right.
Meanwhile, she over here thinking like he's gonna do the R word to her
Right.
because he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then you Hulk out.
that wasn't. They didn't go down like that. They
It
made
did.
those men. They made those men look so bad. The one white dude just looked like a rapist. He's like, "What are you too good to talk to us?" Like they just made him look bad. They must have been like, "Do your shittiest scumbag voice."
Right.
It wasn't. It was literally just wasn't those 3 words that she hulked out. But
right. Because my girl said that she said something to him before and was like, "Nah, I'm good." Chill
yeah, and then
out.
she's like, "I got my boyfriend," and he's like, "Ah, where you going? What are you too good to talk to us?" I was like, "Damn, yo."
But
you
she
cut out
also
again.
could
You
have
cut out
hulked
again,
out.
Chloe.
Yeah, you did Chloe again, Chloe. Yeah, we can't hear you again, Chloe.
You're on mute. Your mic's muted.
But she also could have just hulked out, right? But she hulked out and threw him. None of them never touched her. So I'm like, yo, why you had to beat
She
this
didn't
dude up?
throw anybody though, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So my thing was, that's like as a woman, a guy's gonna talk to you, right? First of all, they had makeup and glammed her up. So of course someone's gonna talk to her. When the first guy said something to her, she was acting all like, oh my gosh, don't talk to me. Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Like, first of all, social. But she got dolled up. She let her do the whole doll up thing. And then you acting like he could have been like, ma'am, you dropped your wallet. He could have said anything to her, but she automatically assumed like, oh my gosh, he's going to talk to me. Oh my God. Like, I just didn't like that scene. I thought it was exaggerated. I thought it was very exaggerated. I didn't like that scene. And like you said, they did make the other dudes like all rapey. Like,
She just said it was 3 of them.
Very rapey.
And she just
it
said it
was
was creepy as
creepy.
fuck.
But like, come on now.
And you said you didn't like the fact that, like, I guess when she was explaining to Bruce about, like, I guess being a woman and issues of being a woman and stuff like that.
It just felt like it was just so exaggerated. Like, oh, poor you. Like, you're this. Like, okay, before she even turned into Hulk or they talked about it, she's like, oh, yeah, you have to prove yourself and do all this stuff because you're a woman and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get it. But, like, come on now. Like, I don't know. I felt like it was just a little bit too much, like pushing this narrative of like, oh, it's so hard to be a woman. And it's like, bro, you get free drinks. Like, I like having the door open for me. I don't think it's the problem. Like, it's a compliment when somebody says something to you and you look pretty outside in the street. Now, the 3 of them it went a little too far. And I was like, why did Disney write that in there? That was weird for me. Like,
I think in that explanation about what she was going on for Bruce, I like some of the wording that she chose because I'm like, she said something about like, I got to explain to men about jobs that I'm more qualified than they are, or men are gunning for me all the time. But I'm like, women are probably gunning for you too. Like if you're a district attorney, like I'm sure they want your job as well, or whatever you are.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're in a highly competitive field, it's not just the man holding you down. Like you said, there's competition and everything. It's just a high competition field. So it's like, don't give me the whole woe is me. Why, I'm crying. If you chose to be in that arena, like you're not going to get special treatment. And if you see other people get special treatment, you just got to work harder. like, I'm not gonna give any sympathy for that because I'm a woman and I'm also Black. So it's just like, I'm not gonna sit here and watch you wild cry and, oh, poor me. Like, bro, you chose to be a lawyer. Like, that's what you chose to do. So if you chose to do that, you know the space that you're in. Comes with the territory.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very exaggerated. And then she was also like showing her, I don't know. It was interesting. It was an interesting dynamic between them. And I like that they made them cousins because I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be like they were like,
Well, they always been cousins. But
Yeah, always because
well,
it's in the comics.
I know nothing
I know.
about.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So, and also, let me just back up a little bit. I didn't realize that it was that easy for her to turn into a Hulk. Like, I didn't know his blood was that important. He bleeds all over the place. Like, like, all it took was a little tiny bit of blood, and like now you're a She-Hulk.
Well, they also have the same genetic markers because they're cousins, because they are cousins. So that
Yes, but he also burned her blood. Remember?
he had to. Yeah.
But see, that's why I was like, when they said the genetic marker thing, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then when he went the extra step and like burned her blood or disintegrated it, it's like, oh, dag, his blood is that important. Like, why hasn't this come up ever?
Yeah. Well, if you go back to well, you probably didn't watch. I don't know if you watched the first Incredible Hulk, but that's a lot of times why they're after him, because they want his blood to
Oh, they
experiment.
want his
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah. You watched the 08 Incredible
Real
Hulk.
quick, just to interject real quick. Cat, she ain't touched none of them dudes. I'm watching it right now. I literally froze it on the scene.
Going on fly.
The moment she screamed, the Hulk came and knocked her the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ain't grabbed nobody, she ain't hurt nobody, so yeah.
Okay.
See, I knew I was right. I was like, I know I ain't missed that shit, but anyway, we're good. Let's go.
And then like it was
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
No,
It was
go ahead,
interesting how her blood, like how it reacted with her specifically differently than Bruce Banner. Because like, you know, I thought that was funny. Like when they were going through like, oh, the Hulk things that you can do and the whole thing she could do. And she's like, what? I could do this. Oh, you want me to jump? I could jump. Oh, you want me to throw this boulder? Like, you know, she picked up on stuff rather quickly and he had to like learn all this stuff. So she already felt like, you know, she had it a little upper limit on him, even though she just turned into Hulk. So it's like the audacity, number one, right? Like, how dare you? This man has all this experience. He's literally been the Hulk like for years and years and years. And here you are, you get a little dose of it and you think, oh, well, I can do this. And even though her powers were more, it was kind of like,
Josh. Josh, can you hear me? Hey, you hear me?
Yeah.
Josh is playing solitaire right now. He don't even.
didn't even respect him.
He's playing solitaire. He playing solitaire on the separate screen, yo.
Yo, what's happening today? E, what you do,
See
bro?
See what happens when he show up on time, yo?
I know, right? Yeah.
Go to Starbucks, man. Go to Starbucks.
We can hear you, Chloe, but not Josh. Or Josh is frozen. All right. Chloe, I agree with you on everything that you said. We also missed the call back there, Dave. The whole yoga thing he was trying to show her was going back to Incredible Hulk too. Ed Norton, Incredible Hulk. Get his sheet together and stuff like that. So I kind of like a lot of those. I like that they still acknowledging without acknowledging that movie a little bit. So I feel like that kind of works for me. Because even the timeline, 15 years would be when that movie came out.
2009. For 2008. Yeah, 2023. I think. No, it's 2008. It came out.
Did it come out the same year as
Iron Man. Yeah, that was the first two
Iron Man 1?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 2008. So you're right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, 2023 in the MCU, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too. Chloe, we're up to the point where they actually had to fight Bruce and her when she was trying to leave, and he wouldn't let her leave at that particular point. So I want to go to Dave. How you felt about their whole fight part?
I'm thinking, right, when she jumped in the van and she's like, move, I'm thinking like, yo, you're supposed to be so smart. Don't you know Hulk could just pick that Jeep up with one hand? You ain't going nowhere. Like, why didn't he just do that? Why didn't he just, instead of holding the Jeep, just lift the Jeep? But anyway, I guess they had to do it so that they could show him ripping out and have some reason for him to get mad. So yeah, was he telling the whole fight scene or just that part where he got thrown into the rocks?
Nah, due to the whole fight. Up
Oh
until
yeah.
the point where the bar breaks down.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, my first thought was like, Hulk, just throw the Jeep. You know she could turn it to a fucking Hulk. Just flip the Jeep over with her in it. All right, and that would end the whole Jeep conversation. Anyway, the second thought was like, how she's in Mexico, how's she getting across the fucking border without a passport? Like, obviously, Bruce ain't gonna collect her passport and shit and bring it there to her, right? So how's she getting across there without a passport? Don't she know there's a wall there now? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Dave always looking at like crazy details and shit. Like
I always do. But then of course, so she knows he's a Hulk. She knows that he's been thrown. He's been shot across the fucking galaxy. He's been beaten the shit out of by a 40-foot robot. She knows all this. So she thinks that hitting him with a car and sending him into a wall of rocks is going to hurt him. Whatever. She gets out of the car. Then one of the best scenes in the movie is the fight scene between them. Because you always wondered what would happen if Hulk ever fought Hulk. You know, so I guess this is the closest thing we're going to get to that until Scar shows up. But yeah, the fight scene was good until she started clapping. Like, there, I was like, okay, stop it now. Stop. After, like, the third clap, I'm like, okay, great. Because after that,
I think that showed that her clap is not as strong as his. But her clap can work as like a...
the ear thing.
Like a flashbang, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, like the second movie.
To disorient you. But yo, that was the one spot I guess the VX team missed. Because that shit looked fucking fake as hell. When she's like, I
wouldn't say the one spot, but I think it's two spots, honestly, for me. But
it was one that I noticed right now in the first two watch throughs. Of course, if I watch through and when I get to my freeze frame,
because the one part when she's like a human and she's hugging the Hulk, I could literally see her like the person doing like this, like nobody's there, trying to like make like open your arms wider, and she's like, but I could tell if you watch how she do the hug, it's not like a natural hug. It's just like
okay,
like that.
So yeah, but the whole fight scene was pretty good. Of course, them breaking the bar and yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. Once he started talking about when they started how long it took them to build it and all that. So that's that. But yeah, it was a pretty good fight scene. Gave a little bit of action to a show that otherwise didn't really have much of any.
Yeah, I forgot to acknowledge because he told her like only a few times that he he was Hulk and he woke up as a human, and he said when he fell off the plane, which is in Avengers 1, and they get knocked, waking up after getting beat by the robot, which was the Hulkbuster suit.
The Hulkbuster.
Age of Ultron,
you notice he left Thanos out, right? Don't tell about that one. Yeah, that never happened. That never happened. So
But that's crazy because it's crazy that the Hulkbuster actually beat the Hulk really at the end of the day because he knocked him out.
He did. Yeah,
some real shit. But E, how you felt about their fight though?
I liked their fight. I thought the clapping scene was funny. All that was callbacks, you know what I mean, to the what was that, the second Hulk movie?
No, the first, the Incredible Hulk, the one with
yeah, that's what. And her clap was from the machines they were using
against them,
right? All right, yeah. So I thought that was fire. I thought their little tussle was fire when they broke the bar and he was like, "You fix it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're fixing it. Yeah,
you're fixing it. That your favorite Hulk came out a little bit when he said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I felt like that he was. You could tell he was holding back because it's his cousin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But Chloe, how you felt about their tussle? I guess I would call it.
I thought it was hilarious. And it did remind me of like a family dynamic. Like she's like, no, because I got a lot of cousins and we used to fight each other. And when you fight your boy cousins, at first they rough you up a little bit, but they just try to give you a little bit. And if you hit them with a banger real quick, an unexpected one, they're like, oh no. No. That's not like if you don't sit down in the corner. So it was like that reminded me of that, like growing up with my cousins. I thought it was a cute scene. Like I thought it was really because he didn't know her strength. She didn't know her strength. And he had more experience But she was like, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, you know how people get their feelings. So it was funny, especially with the clap scene that kind of demonstrated, like, okay, like, oh, you could do the clap thing. Let me try this out. She was trying to get her one up. But one thing I didn't know, and this might have been like right after the fight scene, when like I think she healed his body or something, or did that happen
before her blood apparently could heal his arm that he was.
She has healing properties.
Apparently, her blood does.
They both do.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
yeah, they both do.
Too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why he didn't heal with like initially without her blood?
She said
because that was from the Infinity Gauntlet. It was an
he said her blood was special in the show. So
that's what kind of confused me. That's why I was like, oh, she has some powers that he doesn't have. Then I thought she flew, or I was like, did she jump or did she fly?
She jumps.
Nah,
she jumps.
She jumps too though. Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
he jumps like a mile, or what is it, like a mile?
No,
right?
like a couple of miles per jump, like 4 or 5 miles per jump.
Yeah, some crazy shit like that. Oh, whatever. So.
Yo,
Josh, you good now, buddy?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on today with all of our stuff, man. It ain't just you, buddy. Trust me. But hey, we want to get you in here, man. So I mean, just to go back, give us your in a Josh way, your very articulated overview of the show. How you felt about the She-Hulk, how they're planner and her and Bruce, all that stuff. Josh.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was a very innovative origin story because, you know, I feel like the great part about this character is that, similar to Deadpool, she breaks the fourth wall. So they included that in the origin story. So I thought that was incredible. Like, you know what? You guys are probably used to this by now. Let's just take it. And Marvel and the MCU is excellent at this, of communicating directly to the audience. So I thought that was fantastic. And I love that origin story and how they took time to do it initially. Because now, again, and I agree with you guys, if you spread it out over 6 to 7 episodes, there's really no need for that. So just take care of it now. Is someone's mic on, or I can hear myself
creating the echo.
Close that.
Hold on, I'll find out. Talk, Josh.
Hello.
Go ahead, Josh.
Hello.
Yeah, still there. It might be Dave. Hold on, I'm find out. Go ahead, Josh.
Hello.
Yeah, it was Dave.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, it's it was definitely interesting, and you know, it's a classic origin tale. You have to discover what your powers are, and as you guys were just talking about, I thought going to Bruce is a great mentor and guide, but as the close point is like you're not showing any respect at all to literally the journey he's been on for decades. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I get it. You want to go back to your life, but also realize the situation you're in. And, you know, to me, it reeked a little bit of Mary Sue, because technically if you have the Hulk, you're not going to be able to control it that quickly. So to that part, that was a little Mary Sue to me. Because that's the main thing with the Hulk. He's either like a rage monster or he's Bruce Banner. And the Professor Hulk or Smart Hulk is supposed to be the culmination of that. And that took, again, decades. So to me, that was a bit Mary Sue for me.
Can I just say one thing? I think that kind of piggybacks off of that, but I think they kind of explained it. Because remember when the Hulk was like, oh, it's just you in there? Like, you don't got 2 or 3 other people in there? She's like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
To me, that was Cap. Personally,
you don't think that, because she didn't remember, because with the other guy, with Bruce Banner, he says when the Hulk comes out, it's not even him though, right?
It's a different person, yeah.
It's like a Khonshu or somebody, like
Moon Knight. I got
like
you.
Moon Knight. So that's probably why it took him longer to regulate his personalities, because the Hulk would come out and he couldn't control it, so he had to kind of like learn how to control the other person or beings inside of him. But for her, I think the way that it integrated into her blood, she didn't have any other alter ego.
She's still Jennifer the whole time, no matter
her, so she can control it. I
think we'll see her Hulk come out at a certain point.
Okay, all right.
She hasn't been that angry yet. Similar to Bruce, she's angry in general, right? She's sassy in general, but she hasn't really gotten to Bruce levels of mad yet. And the only time she did is when she broke out of the container and ruined $1 million of equipment. That was unnecessary. She literally did the Hulk thing. She did that. That was unnecessary to throw the door at the equipment. That's Hulk. That is Hulk 100%.
See, I looked at it a little bit different. I was like, oh, she in survival mode, so she had to. She just hulked up a little bit,
Well, yeah,
and she don't know her strength. I think that's why she broke the stuff because she doesn't know her strength.
And
yet.
was right after she threw the door that she was like that. Bruce was like, "Are you sure no one else is in there? Because you displayed 100% Hulk qualities right there."
Maybe it's
Well,
something that she types into when she's a lawyer.
and I was going to mention that since she, well, one thing about it is she's going to have a regular job always and be a lawyer. So Chloe ain't got to worry about her not having a job like Sam. She's going to be able to make money.
Wait. Didn't he say the Hulk say that Tony Stark built him that whole lab?
Yes.
So Falcon couldn't get no love because the way that they friends and buddy on Avengers Assemble, he would have built him a lab too. Or
but the last time I saw Tony and Sam in the same scene was when he blasting him after he shot Rhodey, right?
Exactly.
Like, remember, he ain't got no love for Sam.
And this Sam ain't smart like the one on Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, Avengers Assemble is a Tony Stark Jr.
Exactly my point.
And in the MCU, he's a Cap Jr.
Exactly my point, and that's why when we went back and we did our review on Winter Soldier, and I was like, I don't like Falcon. He a punk. Yo, he could be poor. He poor. And I'm like, he ain't poor. The Hulk poor, but he got a whole lab in Mexico with a bungalow. Like, come on.
Well, again, it's based upon your value, right? That's what it is at the end of the day. So Bruce is a mega mind. Right, he's up there in the top, let's say 1% in the MCU,
and he's a walking atomic bomb.
Thank you. So it requires that. Falcon, I mean, sure, you're a veteran, that's fantastic, and your Cap's, your Cap's errand boy, but you're not required to have that level of seclusion. That is legitimate security risk. To E's point, you're a nuclear threat. That's completely different.
He couldn't even fix his own wing in his show. They had another dude do it. The little Spanish dude.
Not even. He gave up on it and was like, keep him.
Yeah, he did.
He gave up on it. He's like, fuck these wigs. Keep them. Shitty ass wigs.
He ain't that smart in the MCU.
And that's why I got some qualms with them. Like, how you make this chick, she just got a little bit of Hulk blood. She rich and she got the Hulk. She hulking. And you
you know what? I'm happy you said that, because when she was going off on Bruce about her problems, quote unquote, I did see a review like, yo, those are first world problems. Like, you're a rich lawyer who freaking has a lot going on for you. Like,
she did the Karen right there.
She was a Karen. That's the word. That's what I was trying to articulate before, and I didn't have the words. But yeah, she was Karen and
I was surprised at that. I was just like, really? You're a lawyer. I'm not gonna say she's like exactly like Daredevil and like helping the less.
She had more money than Daredevil. She actually make money working being a lawyer. Daredevil broke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's like from the, let's say, the wealthy lawyers who do the pro bono work. So you should understand the plight of people who are less fortunate than you. And then again, you're complaining about your first world. Like I was surprised by that.
And then you're scared of a black man
that was
saying
like,
hello.
That was exactly. So like throughout the show, it's a lot of lack of self-awareness, and she's not aware that she has that Hulk inside of her. Everyone like that. That's what I like about the metaphor of the Hulk character. Everyone has that inside of them. It's just how often that comes out. So we're going to see a moment where it's going to come out. It's going to scare a lot of people, and Bruce is going to be the fortune teller here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, the way she went off about it too, like, bro, you just going off like, I don't understand, because the woman, people trying to come after your job, that's normal shit. Like, I was really kind of put off by that a little bit.
Exactly.
My thing, but nevertheless, yeah, Josh, thanks for that overview of what you thought of the show overall. Did you actually like it, or you just giving it like that was a good first episode?
Oh no, it was solid. I'll give it a solid 8.
All right, well, we'll get to the ratings later, but I mean actually that. But all right, so we just talk about the fight that happened when she was trying to leave, and we didn't get to you yet. So what do you think about that whole fight between Bruce and Jennifer?
Yeah, the clapping thing was interesting. Like I get why they did it, because she can't be identical to Hulk, right? Because writing wise, that'll get very boring. So she has to like have a remix of his powers, so to speak. it was interesting how her actual body transformed more so than Bruce when she became the She-Hulk. I thought that was interesting. And just to keep it PG, for example, certain things like having, cakes or not when she was Hulk, like Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, what's that about? Like,
who will be in the show?
Exactly.
Muscles. She got, everything was accentuated. But think about it. Hulk, when he, Bruce Banner is some wimpy, tiny, dad bod dude. And then he turns into the Hulk. He got muscles popping out everywhere. So for her, it's like, she had to have more. I liked her body. I loved her body. Like, I didn't want her to be all bulked up like, what's her name?
Peggy Carter?
Yeah, like that looked crazy to me. I'm like, why she look like that? Like, and y'all like, oh, she took the super serum. But I expected her to have a body like the Hulk when she did that. Like a female.
I don't understand the hair part. Like, why does her hair grow and get like?
Because she's healthy. When you're long hair represents like health and vibrancy and youth.
Okay.
So like, the Hulk is the super,
But Hulk's hair doesn't grow.
You know what? That's a good point, though, because sometimes Bruce will have gray hair, but the Hulk does not. That's a great point.
He'll have black hair. Now Hulk got gray hair though.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he had a lot of gray in that hair scalp. I'm like,
Bruce got a lot of gray. They get old. What you mean?
Damn.
He's about to be a maestro soon. Shit like that.
Facts, yo. Facts. Kids.
Yeah. He's been through a lot. He's a silver fox now, too.
Silver fox Hulk. Yeah, I definitely.
But to answer your question, Mike, I do agree with Chloe. It reminded me of it's kind of like when we're growing up and we're as young men, we're told to take it easy on women. That's the reality. So if you're playing them one-on-one or you're like play fighting, you're always going to take it easy because you are stronger. You can seriously hurt them if you try to square up as you would a man. I don't condone any of that. So I understand, but they are able to do this because it's the Hulk. So it's kind of like the cartoon rules. You're able to hit them with force because they're a superhero. So I thought that was good as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think they played it very well. And then we get to the point where they actually go through the bar. And he says, like you said, I think he's like, yo, rebuild my bar. Something like that at the particular point. So she had to stay there for that. And then they have, another moment or two. And he says, okay, if you want to go be a lawyer, then, it's okay with me. And then, that's when she breaks the fourth wall again. And he notices it like we talked about before. And then she goes, kind of back to her life a little bit at the end of the show now. And as she's doing the case, Titania, the villain, or one of the villains, breaks in. And then her friend Nikki tells her, you got to Hulk up. Stuff like that. She's like, no. And she like, get Hulk. So she hulks out and beats the villain at that particular point. And then says, I want to present my case. So, Dave, how you felt about the end of the show there with Titania showing
up? Okay, so we're talking from the time that he let her go. So, yeah, he let her go. He finally comes to grips and lets her go back into the world. For some reason, she drives. She could just jump there in like 1/5 of the time. But whatever, she drives. She decides to drive. She has no money that I know of. I don't think Hulk has a stack of millions in his fucking safe that he just hand her off. So I don't know if she's gonna get gas, but it's all right. I'm not worried about the details. I'm not gonna sweat the details here. I'm not even gonna sweat the details.
Apparently you are.
Yeah, that she doesn't have a passport. She's somehow gonna get from Mexico back to California. That's
hey, all. Dave, you bringing up valid points. I got questions as well.
So we'll skip past all of that. All right, we'll get to the courtroom scene. What was tight? I met this scene with confusion. Like, what was she? Why would you break into a courtroom? People usually break out of courtrooms.
Remember when he said to her, he said, you don't realize you're a Hulk, people are going to be after you, you're attracting things.
Right, but that's the thing. How does this woman know she's a Hulk? She said Jennifer Walters said she hasn't had to Hulk up. Bruce is wrong. She hasn't had to Hulk up once. So nobody really knows that she's a Hulk because everybody finds out in the courtroom.
Seen her
but she did tell her. But she did tell her friend.
So maybe her friend went and told Titania.
Not Titania, but maybe told people when it got back to her.
Or the people who seen a She-Hulk at the bar. Remember she with them 3 dudes. You tell me they not gonna go tell somebody?
See, that's why you can't tell the chick. Well, that's the thing, but they didn't know who she was.
Yeah, but I think.
Yo, John. See, John.
What were you about to say, E?
No, I think it was social media though. I think like social media. People know people more through social media now. So,
regardless, I was like, yo, what if Titania just break into the room? She didn't go after anyone. She literally just broke through the wall like the fucking Kool-Aid Man, and then just stood there. Like I can see if she was like the guy who did this to me or whatever. Get some fucking plot. She showed up just to get her ass beat, and then that's it. Like,
you know what? To be honest, I don't. In context, and again, it's kind of like suspend your disbelief. So at this age, my mind trains, to fill in the context as much as possible when it's no explanation. To your point, Dave, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I assume that if it's a court scene and there's a criminal and that happens, the criminal's escaping. So that's how I looked at it. You were in the court.
See, this is why we need Josh on the show.
That's
what I'm saying. This is why we need Josh on. So she was probably there to break old boy out in the courtroom,
and then expect her to be there.
Probably.
I think it would have been easier for her to break old boy out once he was leaving the courthouse. But that's just me.
If you're going to jail.
Well, yes, you can, because they got to they got to put you in a van. It's easier to knock over a van than go into a courtroom for guards.
Why the guards couldn't stop her? It was only because She-Hulk was there that would have stopped her.
Nah, it's supposed to be a quick grab and a snatch and grab, and
she took forever. She gave She-Hulk time to take off her shoes, put them to the side, argue about her outfit. Whoa.
No, that was the thing. She didn't know. So maybe she didn't know She-Hulk was in there. That makes the most sense.
Well, I guess we'll find out episode 2. I think episode 2 is going to be a full origin story on Titania.
No. I mean, I want to spoil it for you, but
how do you know what the next episode is going to be?
Because I've seen reviews of people who watch the first. They get the first 4 episodes from Disney, and they're like Titania doesn't show up again until like episode 4 sometime or whatever like that. So
what a waste! What a waste! What a waste!
But just
wait, is it okay because this is She-Hulk? Is it just going to be she villains?
No, she has male villains too.
You know better than that. In order to really put a woman over, you got to kick a man's ass. You can't just beat up another woman. That's true. You can't just beat up another woman and be like, That's why they had female Thor beat Gore, because you got to kick the man's ass. You can't just beat a chick's ass.
Exactly. So. Well said, Dave.
Well, what in Thor?
Well,
I was doing my best Johnson impression right there.
It seems like when the women are in the scene, they don't ever really beat the men. It's like they beat the woman. It's like there's woman villain that the woman's fighting, and then the men fighting.
That's crazy, ain't it? Ain't that crazy?
I don't know about that. And then Natasha was fucking dudes up left and right. So
first of all, I don't believe in Natasha's character. I cannot suspend my disbelief that you just some assassin and you could fight aliens. Like, it makes no sense.
Hold up, Mike. Other than unnamed grunts, who the hell Natasha beat up? Yeah.
Other than what? She said men. She ain't saying about unnamed. She said men. Tasha was fucking dudes up. She wasn't there.
Men superheroes.
I think the biggest.
Natasha's not a superhero though. She
exactly.
Fucking men up.
The biggest scene to prove close point is in the first Avengers when the what's it called? Whatever those things are, and she takes one arm. She takes one arm and grabs it like she was Cap. Her arm would have been torn out of her socket.
Yes.
Suspend disbelief.
Ain't no
not if you don't have superhero. Not if you don't have superpowers. If you're a human.
And the only way that it will work is if she's like Falcon and she has some tech. She ain't even got no tech. She not even double those tech stuff. Like if she would have the arm and like and did.
I will say this though, they kind of do let Clint be like, y'all know what the fuck I'm doing here. Like I'm a regular dude, but then Natasha be like, they make it seem like she should fit right in.
Even Tony in the suit looks incredibly vulnerable at times, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's really no vulnerability for Black Widow until she died. Spoiler alert, right?
I will say that Clint at least acknowledged, like, yo, I don't know why the hell I'm fighting aliens. Like, I'm a regular dude. And shit like that, so.
Oh, he was fighting robots. He was like, I'm here. I'm fighting robots. I don't know what I'm doing.
I got a bow. You got
I got a bow. I got a bow. None of this makes sense.
None of this makes sense.
Yeah. Natasha was an Avenger with a handgun. Fighting. I'm like, what the
Exactly.
fuck?
She had the wrist stings too. Come on, now.
Bro.
She had the widow stingers too.
Why?
Come on.
She had a handgun. Not even like you can't give.
With 5 bullets, like it ain't even a machine gun. So
Yeah, right. At least give her a check or a machine. Give her a handgun.
So I guess we're gonna see how OP Echo is in her series, right?
I mean, we'll see. I guess.
She's probably gonna fight a female kingpin.
they fight a female.
She's gonna fight Kingpin again. Hope he don't have that.
Queenpin.
If he got that fucking Hawaiian suit on, he's gonna be Queenpin again. He let a Hawaiian suit. I can't stand that.
Right out the comics, man.
Random question: did you guys notice that when they were giving her makeover, there was like a transgender woman in the bathroom?
No, the
You
tall
didn't
one.
notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, the tall black
You
woman.
couldn't tell by the voice?
I didn't even really.
And you guys catch the barcode in the bar too, right?
The what?
Yeah.
Oh,
the QR code.
The
QR code. Yeah.
No, what happened with? He said
when she showed up in the bar, there's a QR code that Marvel hides in all their shows now.
Right,
So you scan the QR code with the phone and it gives you a free comic book.
Oh,
so
nice.
What was the comic book that was
Savage She-Hulk #1?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, when she walked to the bathroom, it's right there on the wall. Actually,
yep,
nice.
There's actually a lot of Easter eggs on that wall too, Dave. If you want,
I know. I know.
Yeah. You're Easter egg king.
I'm going back like later when I get home from work. I'm going to go back through it with my freeze frame mode and try to see what I can catch. I didn't want to watch no videos on it yet, so don't ruin shit for me.
That's what I said. I didn't say that.
I didn't watch. I
just said in the bathroom. There's a lot of Easter eggs, put it like that. But how you felt about the ending scene with Titania, bro?
I like that part. Only thing I didn't like was when she was jump kicking, she didn't dodge. Like I don't know who Titania was kicking.
and that shit looked fake as shit. That shit, you could tell she was on a wire, bro. She's like, like, well, fuck out of here, man.
Well, the actress, Jamila Jamil, who I like her because she was from Good Place, but she already complained that her outfit sucks in the show or whatever.
Yeah, the outfit was trashy. I didn't like that.
That was
she like them bitches that bathroom dressed around.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Yeah. And she herself was like, I don't know what they gave me, but I guess I had to do it. So that's whatever. But Josh, how you felt about the whole courtroom scene there at the end, bro?
Yeah, I agree with everyone, especially E, because when she comes in, I as soon as she busts through like Kool-Aid Man, to Dave's point, she doesn't seem like a credible threat at all. And it's kind of like the whole point in the scene, we're just waiting. Okay, all right, Jen, come on. Like, let's get this over with. Just smack her across the room and get it over with. Because I didn't think she could do anything with her, to be honest.
She did. She listened, Josh.
Exactly.
Unless she gets stronger or something. Yeah.
Did she have powers, that lady?
Yeah, she's just strong and invulnerable like She-Hulk. Like almost every hero has a villain that has the exact same shit as them.
Oh, she has the same exact powers.
Yeah, okay. She's super strong. She's invulnerable, bulletproof. But yeah,
I think the I'm sorry, Chloe, any thoughts about the whole thing? Extra?
I agree with everyone. Like, I didn't expect that girl to do any damage, and then I was like, okay, some random person popped in here, and then she's like, hiya. And then and I was like, she just standing around. And then I was also wondering, like, is she gonna transform? Because I feel like I still have this thing in my head about superheroes, how they have the secret identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to keep the secret identity. And I feel like in the MCU, more and more people are like,
it's who? Is that everybody know everybody?
You are exactly. So there's no like. So in my head, I was like, is she gonna Hulk out in her? Only
one who's still secret is like Daredevil. Like everybody else is like, we all know who the fuck they are.
In Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man again now. Yeah.
Oh, it's I don't
everybody else is just like, that's Clint. He's an Avenger. That's everybody know who everybody is in the MCU. It's very, very unique story writing. But I still appreciate it to an extent. I guess sometimes I don't because it's almost like you know, like nobody's shocked anymore. The people when people do things in MCU, like they're actually regular humans. But,
Yeah, they're definitely spoiled for superheroes in the MCU and 616.
But also, you gotta remember, every other day is another catastrophe. So you gotta know who your superheroes are. It's like the memes, and they like, if you live in the city, every like, oh man, he fell on my car. Like,
yeah,
hey,
if you live in Metropolis or Gotham or some shit like that,
yeah, because as an adult, it's like, dang, it's another alien invasion. Oh no, like, you know, it's happening all the time. It's always a pending loom of death.
Yeah,
and then you get saved, and it's like they always get saved. So it's just a cycle.
I do like that they finally put a show in Cali, and since they all been in New York, and you know, or in the movies too. So I like to get the West Coast thing started over there.
Well, yeah, wasn't Ant-Man in the West Coast? Ant-Man was in San Francisco.
Yeah, he was in San Fran, right?
Yeah, in San Francisco. But everything else been in like Spider-Man, and then Tony moved from the West Coast to New York because he was in the West Coast at first.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
When they blew up his house, man, what you gonna do?
Build another house. He told his son. Build another one.
So nice over there. I would not move back.
He literally lived on like the cream of the crop of Malibu for crying.
Yeah, he did. And then moved into the I don't know where he moved it, but
he moved to Midtown.
Yeah,
in a skyscraper that he built. So to me, that's not a downgrade.
It's definitely a downgrade when you got blizzards and stuff.
Hey, ain't nothing to downgrade when you're a billionaire, okay?
Yeah. But I thought the fight was just to show that, you know, that she will save the day if she has to, that she will actually Hulk out. I mean, obviously her friend had to. Obviously she forgot she was the Hulk, but I'm happy that her friend was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, you can stop this right now."
She didn't want to be the Hulk, remember?
Yeah.
She's in denial. Not
and
just forever.
And her friend was like, you have a civic duty. I remember she said that, her friend Nikki. So I feel like that was
her philosophical aha moment, right?
Yeah, her aha moment. So I think we'll see moving forward that when things happen. I think I heard the Wrecking Crew was to be in this show too. So, and they're a bunch of dudes, you know, bubbler dudes and stuff like that. So you know,
well, you know they're gonna make it a bunch of chicks now because.
I don't think so.
And then
yo, here's another thing, right? Titania, if they just watch this chick bust through a wall, they're gonna go put regular handcuffs on her. Like
they did.
Bob was the bailiffs ran up with their cuffs and shit. Like we'll hold you.
Because they know she break out again. The Hulk one.
So is she like a wrestler or something like that, Dave?
No, she was in the comics. She was just a regular woman who, right before the Secret Wars, Dr. Doom gave her powers.
I got you.
Yeah, so
they need the superhero cuffs.
Yeah, where was damage control at, bro?
Hey, ain't no shield. That's all you got.
And it's crazy that she walked through every door in the courthouse and then busted through the wall of the courtroom. Like,
and you know the guy that she was against in the courtroom, that's gonna be her boss. You know,
yeah.
That's gonna be whose boss?
Jennifer's boss. She gonna go work for that law firm instead. Right now.
You think she's gonna represent Titania?
That'd be crazy, but right? I don't think so.
You know
I beat your ass, and I'm gonna represent you.
I think they're gonna show a lot of the moral gray area and the legal gray area. The fact that you are being a vigilante, but you're also an attorney as well. So I think we'll see that dichotomy relationship as it unfolds.
Because she can represent Abomination, and Abomination tried to kill Bruce, so that's the same thing with Josh saying. The same moral. Because I wouldn't represent the motherfucker trying to kill my cousin. I would fuck no.
Because technically, if you're a vigilante, you're supposed to be disbarred.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the whole legal aspect. And
because isn't that the whole rereason why Daredevil keeps his identity hidden? Because they don't want
exactly, which is why I don't know if you might see a Daredevil. I don't know. Just to point out that relationship. I don't know.
Well, that and the villains might find out where he lives. That's like the main reason. Like Daredevil still needs to sleep, so he needs someplace safe to sleep. So
yeah, wake up for work in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, get his full 8 hours.
He do so much pro bono. Jesus be looking all raggedy and shit. Daredevil. I'm like, God damn, you need to get some money up.
And she over here talking about her suit, like, man, I loved it. And that's another thing I don't understand, because he told her to wear spandex. So like I don't understand how the clothes go to her when she turns into this giant lady.
Well, it ripped.
Yeah, the arm ripped. I don't know how, but
bruh. Ain't no way you turn into some 7'3" person and you wearing a size. She's
6'7".
a tiny woman.
She's 6'7".
Oh,
Yeah,
she's 6'7". Yeah, even 6'7", and you wearing a size 3, and you gonna turn into a 6'7" bulky woman with big old heart.
She LeBron height.
The wrong. All right, well, let's go ahead. Oh, post credit scene. Dave, I'm sure you liked it. What'd you think about the post credit scene? Yeah.
I actually didn't like it. I thought it was useless.
Everybody loved the post credit scene in the show.
Yo,
like,
I would have rather the post credit scene move the story along a little bit and show me what's the next episode or something like that. But even start with the Sakara ship crashing or something, and like just show me a foot climbing out of it. I would have been souped. I would have lost my fucking mind. But
okay,
I know Captain America smashed. What you think he went back to Peggy for, man? Ain't no news.
Right.
Okay, so Dave, from what I hear, the first 4 episodes all got post credit scenes and they're all jokes. So just to give you a heads up, just to let you know, like none of
Then as soon as I start seeing the credit panels, I'm just
they're all jokes. None of them with a story for it. But anyway, you said the same thing. E? You already knew he smashed the shit.
Yeah. I knew he smashed, and I think he smashed Lil Sharon.
Nah, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't smash that.
You know, think he smashed that?
Nah, he just smashed the auntie.
Yeah,
he smashed the auntie. That's it.
He ain't just smashed auntie. He smashed auntie, and he smashed the blonde haired girl.
Oh yeah. Maybe
that's the one he smashed.
Girl.
Josh, any thoughts on the post credit scene?
I think it was great for demographics.
Yeah,
personally, that's how I view it.
You, Chloe, you knew Captain America smashed already?
I thought the scene was very inappropriate.
Really?
Hulk show, yes.
You on this kid show?
My nephew's watching this. Like, he's going to watch it.
Okay.
Like, why y'all talk? Like, I feel like you ain't have like they. It's kind of like they making kids grow up a little bit faster than they should. And you know what else? Kind of, and this is just something that I thought of when the whole drinking scene. Like, they had Tito's endorsements in there and stuff. And I'm like, now that marijuana is legal, are they gonna start showing them smoking weed too? Like,
greed for greed, baby. No,
yeah, but seriously.
I mean, the show is in Cali. They might. I don't know.
So I'm just like, my nephew watches this show. So for me, it was like, oh, it's TV. And then I asked Josh, I'm like, well, what's it rated? It's TV 14, but it's still at 14. Like, why are y'all perpetuating this whole thing about sex and, you know, all these themes that they don't need to be exposed to? It's enough stuff out here exposing the kids. So it's like, I get that they're trying to make it for adults, but leave that for the movie. Like, it don't need to be on Disney.
I think what you're getting at is that because they're superhero shows that were known to be initially more for kids, parents might be confused when they see certain things that happen in shows like that because you would think it wouldn't happen.
In addition to that, it's on Disney. It's on the Disney Channel. Like, we all grew up with the Disney Channel. So for me, it's like, why is this? It don't have to be in there. Like, it does. I could see if it moved the story along, but like you said, it didn't move the story along. So now y'all just talking about smashing in a Disney show.
I mean, Chloe, those are excellent points. But this is why I say demographics. The demographic for this show, TV 14, is probably trying to get, you know, let's say ladies from, let's say, high school to all the way up to She-Hulk's age. That's who they're going for. So that type of satire is geared and designed specifically for them.
I also get that, right? I'm not saying I'm like a, you know, like, I thought the joke was funny for an adult, but also She-Hulk gonna be on little girls' lunch boxes and book bags.
Good point.
Also, I kind of feel what Chloe's coming from in a sense. I just think that, you know, parents won't expect it. Like, I know 5, 6, and 8 years old who watch Disney Plus shows, so they probably won't expect it because it's Disney Plus and it's Marvel. So I get her in that. And
what you gonna say when your kid asks you, did he smash or whatever word they use?
No, she said he fucked. That's what she said.
Well, hold on, they cut that out first. No, number one. Number two, the entire conversation is the type of conversation you have when you're talking about something inappropriate around children. So I will give them credit for that. Because we're adults, we understand the context fully. If I was that age, if I was under,
that would have went over.
That would have went way over my head. I'm like, where are the superheroes at? I would not be focusing on that at all. But to your point, Chloe, you're gonna see that subconsciously, right? So subliminally, you're gonna pick up those notions. They're gonna be in here rent free. Yeah. So I agree. But in terms of on the surface, you're not gonna be able to identify that yet.
Like
But
I
also,
feel
I think they're gonna try to make her like her character because in the comics and all that stuff, she does smash a lot.
I was just getting ready to say that, Mike. Like
Yeah.
I grew up reading
Nice.
She-Hulk. Like I was reading comic books since I was 6-7 years old. So when I used to buy She-Hulk comic books and Hulk comic books that featured She-Hulk, she was a hoe.
Mhm.
She actually a part of her ability was to use an Amazonian, and this is what she called it, Amazonian sex drive. And she would smash things. She smashed Juggernaut. She
smashed Luke Cage.
She smashed Luke Cage. She smashed a lot of dudes.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. And mind
Fox.
you, the people that were buying those comic books then were all kids like me. They were all young kids just like me.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I'm being dead ass serious. Like
Like,
they didn't show obviously the act and they didn't show the part, but they showed
They
the
would show them
kissing
in bed
before.
together.
They were showing me kissing, and then they show them like with the blankets
Right.
perfectly positioned, covering everything that went on.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
well,
Yeah.
that explains why Megan Thee Stallion is in this. Number one.
Eesh.
And it also explains why she's voluptuous.
That's
It has
true, too.
long
Yeah.
Amazonian hair.
Yeah.
And,
You know what? Again, as a comic book fan, because it reminds me of our mental theater segment that me and Mike did when we would do a smash, smash, marry or kill.
Right.
Wait, what? You guys did that?
Yeah.
Oh, where was I, man? I love those, yo.
So,
Good, yeah.
So like for this one with She-Hulk, I'm gonna have to kill because as you smash, it's gonna be just like the Amazonians. They're gonna turn your pelvis into oatmeal. That's what the Amazonians did. They would breed with men and then they would smash their pelvis and then you're done. So no,
I would just marry it and talk all the shit I want and have her beat the shit out of whoever had a problem with it. Like, straight up.
But what happened when you get on her nerves though? She's gonna slap the fuck out of you. Like
we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep that in.
Yo, Dave,
we're gonna keep that indoors, you know.
The planet. They got to go to the moon. And that's gonna be the real Kapow to the moon right there.
Shit.
Shut your ass up, Dave.
You coming out of shit.
Yo, I told you to wash these dishes.
we gonna be at dinner. He gonna
pass the salt.
oh man.
So Chloe, you had mentioned that you found the last thing funny. But the show is supposed to be a half-hour illegal comedy. But I didn't laugh that much. I like the show, but I didn't laugh that much. Any of you guys laugh that much in the show? Like the whole episode?
Not really. I don't really. No.
I laughed laughing a lot. By the way.
Oh yeah, there were parts I was laughing at. I can't remember which parts, but I did chuckle.
When he threw the rock in his face, it's like one of the only times I think I laughed. That shit was hilarious.
I laughed at the claps. I laughed at the fight, the bar.
I
laughed about hearing Tony Stark complaining about Steve.
Yeah.
I laughed at that.
It would take more for me to laugh. I don't think I laughed at all.
I think Bruce Banner made me laugh. Like the Hulk was saying some slick stuff, man.
Yeah.
He was the funny part. It was a lot of subliminal stuff. Like if you wasn't listening, you would be like,
yeah, go ahead.
I just kind of wish that I know he won't be there, that much more, but I kind of wish they kept him around for like more of the show, honestly.
Me too, yeah. She was like, "Why are you talking to me like I'm a stray horse?"
Yo,
that part I laughed at. That part I laughed at.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah. He was like, "Whoa, no.
Easy girl."
Maybe think about Natasha with the sun's getting real low.
Right? Yeah. Yo, if you just started saying that, I would have been dying. Yo, the sun's getting low. Sun's getting real low.
Shit, Thor tried it.
Right? He did.
They should have had that line in there, Dave.
I said, "Why do you keep saying that?"
Oh, that's gonna be a fantastic scene when She-Hulk meets Thor. Especially if Bruce.
He might smash. He might smash.
That's my point. Thor is definitely taking it down. He's gonna
be like, "Damn, my girl just died too, so I'm single. Let's get it."
Wait a second, and he has a daughter now, and she looked like she too old to have kids.
What?
Oh, this is terrible.
This shit just went left.
Think about it. That's what I wanted to touch on. She is literally the demographic of women who are married to their career, right? Mm-hmm. She has an alter ego that's a sexual beast.
Mm-hmm.
and she's not committed to anything but her career. So then she gonna find Thor. This is just my this is just my context clues
Well,
coming.
she hold on. But she also smashed Hercules in the comics, Josh. So there you go, right there. And
Wow.
The
Hercules
views and expressions expressed on this podcast are not necessarily.
Right? Disclaimer. But yeah, she might end up. Thor needs somebody to help him raise that kid, so I wouldn't be surprised because now his baby. I mean, you know, his girl, she dead. She in the
First of all, if she's
But
married,
why Thor needs someone?
career,
Why can't Thor just be a
her
single
career
daddy?
for Thor?
No, she might have to leave the career with her legal aspect. She can't be a vigilante and a lawyer.
Yeah, because Thor's job is
In the galaxy.
Listen, well, don't be surprised.
What does Thor get a paycheck for again? Oh.
Thor.
Yeah, what's his job at?
Thor's
He
no
don't
paycheck.
need,
He's a god.
he need money.
Yeah, so the little girl don't need no food. She good. He don't need no help raising her. He good. He
We'll
got
see.
this.
He
I'm
need help
talking
from
about maternal, not money.
right. From that standpoint.
Yeah, like
You
she
better
don't.
go get Darcy.
You think I would leave you alone raising a girl, Dave? Like she need a maternal aspect.
I think what's her name? She's gonna be very friendly and she's gonna grow up with Groot. I can see that for sure.
Okay. Well, let's rate the show. Josh, you already gave it an 8. E, would you give it, bro?
Yeah, I give it an 8.
All right.
Definitely give it an 8.
Dave?
I'll give it an 8.5 just because they moved the story along. It kept moving and I left you wanting more. So
Yeah,
8.5. 8.5.
Right.
Moving it along without the passport. I got you.
Yes, without the passport, mind you, and straight up illegal immigrant. Great for a lawyer. Great for a lawyer to go break the law. You know what I mean?
She might be
Exactly.
Mexican. Who knows?
Well, Jennifer Walters, Ocasio, Torres, Rodriguez.
See, senor.
It's pronounced Hennifer, Dave. It's Hennifer.
Hennifer.
Chloe?
I'd say like 8, 8.5. I'm somewhere. I'm hovering in that realm. Not quite a 9, but
No.
between 8.
Well,
almost a 9. It was almost a 9.
Almost.
I did, like, to Dave's point, I love how they quickly showed her origin story. It was very quick. Like, oh, blood drip. All right, she's a Hulk. All right, she wakes up a Hulk. Let's go. Let's
go. Right, I like that.
Well, Marvel is trying to get rid of origin stories, so I think that's part of their whole.
Get rid.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Get rid. That is the core of superheroes. Is the origin story. How did you end up like this?
Well, they already said they ain't doing one for Fantastic Four because they're like,
thank God.
People know it already.
That's fair.
I mean, it's fantastic.
It does. Like, how many times
That's
is the
fair.
movie going to tell you about certain characters? You be like, damn, like Batman.
No. I meant for the new characters. If it's the older characters people are familiar with, like X-Men, Fantastic Four, I get that. But I was talking about for like She-Hulks or the Miss Marvels. Like, I need that context.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though Miss Marvel shit all over the place, but I would get a show at 8 actually as well. I think it was a good opening, what I was looking for. I liked it, so far. I want to see how the story moves along, so I would give it an 8 as well. So. But that's our show, man. Thank you guys for coming on. Josh and Claude, didn't expect you to make it, but appreciate that. E, Dave, of course, as always. Maybe we could do this again next Saturday morning. I'm free.
Yeah,
right
this time slot works for me. It works for me.
Right.
So yeah.
Also coming up, Josh, we got Game of Thrones starting tomorrow. Chloe, I don't know if you watch it. Well, you probably watch it, of course. So yeah, make sure you watch it too. So I was thinking I told E, I don't know if Tuesday works for you guys. I'm gonna do a Tuesday night review show.
Okay.
Or if that's good, that works. All right, cool. E, I'm gonna see you for Power, or stuff like that coming up, and of course, Game of Thrones as well. So stuff is moving along. And Dave, I'll see you next week and stuff like that. So thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.